Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Saturday morning, day 75, and I'm on because I'm out and about today and on a quick run that's supposed to take me 20 minutes to go 7 miles. That's what happens when you're driving in Indianapolis, Indiana versus the middle of nowhere, where I usually drive. So we've had a lot go on since yesterday morning's podcast. We had the new head of household, right? So Vincent is the new head of household because Morgan was the head of household briefly on Thursday's show. She was until Vincent won the variation on the pressure cooker, the hold the disc with a sword competition. And so Vincent's nominations were made yesterday. Much to Keanu's surprise, he ended up on the block. He really thought he wasn't going to go on the block, but he is nominated along with Ava. So they are both nominated, and this is an accelerated week, right? We don't know the schedule officially. What we knew is that they're going to be doing things faster. And so they did the Power Veto competition yesterday too. So they did the nominations, and then the feeds went down for the Power Veto competition. And when that came back, I was literally, I did it once again. It's 1:30 in the morning, Big Brother time-ish. And I said, well, that's it. I'm calling it quits because the feeds haven't come back yet. Or maybe, no, it wasn't 1:30. I shouldn't say that. It just was the point where I was like, okay, I'm putting an update. The feeds are still down. And as soon as I said it, the feeds came back. Morgan won the Power Veto. It was the tiny stack, the tiny Power Veto one, right? Where they stack things with tweezers. They had to stack 30 items. They talked about what they were, but I wasn't paying close attention. So they had to stack 30 things. Morgan won it. I don't think she's going to use the Power Veto. It will still be Ava and Keanu nominated, and Keanu should get voted out. It will be 2 votes to evict. It will be Morgan and Ashley. So there you go. Morgan and Ashley will pick between Keanu and Ava, and now that Lauren and Kelly are out of the way, they don't have to worry about those 3 girls, right? That was who they were worried about. Morgan and Ashley were worried about Kelly and Lauren, and now 2 of the 3 of them are gone. So they don't mind keeping Ava around. They'd rather get rid of Keanu. And thus, Keanu will be voted out at some point. When, you ask? I don't know. We don't know when. We don't know when the Power Veto meeting is going to be yet. It could be today. Normally it would be on Monday. But they have a show to get ready for Wednesday. Wednesday's show is going to be I don't know if they're going to pretend it's live, but it's going to be live to tape, so they have to record it. Now, my thinking is, and I don't have any confirmation, I'm trying to find out, but my thinking is that they won't have a show taped on Sunday, even though they'll be taping next week's show on a Sunday, because that's the finale. So maybe that was the reason I thought they might. They might do it on a Sunday as a bit of a rehearsal for the finale on a Sunday. I don't know. It's not like it's any other day than Sunday is any different than any other day for doing something like this, except for maybe they have to pay more to the people that are doing the work. I'm not sure. But let's assume that they want to get it done, whatever it is, whether it's Sunday or Monday or even Tuesday that they tape it, they want to get it done in time so they can edit it for Wednesday's show. They should, at this point, we're waiting for the Power Veto meeting. We should have the feeds cut for the Power Veto meeting, and then they should come back until they get ready to do the show. And once they do that show, I think they'll cut the feeds until Thursday night. That's the thing. We may not have feeds again once they cut it. So if they wait until Monday, okay, then we just won't have feeds Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If they cut the feeds today or tomorrow, we won't have feeds, I don't think, because they will not want to admit that Keanu got voted out. Okay, because that's what's going to happen. We know already. Power Veto meeting hasn't even been held. We know that Keanu is getting voted out. There's just no way they're putting out Ava over Keanu. So Keanu will get voted out, but they won't want us to know, so they'll keep the feeds shut down, and also so that we don't know who won the next head of household, who that person nominated, all these kind of things. They will keep us in the dark, and it's probably going to be several days, which is what is kind of the final straw on the show for fans, right? You kind of get this, the last few seasons, we've had this, Rachel went this time. You had this weird week, or this weird time where they knock somebody out with a weird competition, something, it was Janky World, it was Zombie World, it was Fry Fest, and this year it was the White Locust. That week, when we get down to 5, 6, it just sucks the wind out of the show, and then this is the nail in the coffin, blocking the feeds for several days. And I think that's what's going to happen here. So be ready for it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I feel bad. You probably don't care. But that's what it is. So to recap what's going on. Vincent's the head of household. He has nominated Keanu and Ava. Morgan won the tiny POV. I'm looking at my list, right? Because I wrote this up and posted this earlier today. We don't know when the Power Veto meeting is going to be. It could be today. It could be tomorrow. I don't think it's waiting until Monday. And then the feeds will probably go down for the eviction taping, and they may stay down all the way through Thursday, because Julie said I do have something to add at the end of this. Just thought of this. So I'll talk about Unlocked, because that was on last night. Julie said that the announcer said that on next Thursday's show, they are going to show the head of household, the nominations, the Power Veto competition, the Power Veto meeting, and then they'll have an eviction. And then we'll be to the final 3. So I'm assuming everything except for that eviction vote is going to be shown taped. So then we did the final 3, and yeah, the show's on Sunday. So that's where we're at. And that's a wrap for that talk. I do want to talk a little bit about Unlocked, because they did BB Unlocked last night. And on BB Unlocked, they showed a segment of the jury. They showed Rachel and Will in the jury house, which is so weird, because they didn't show that on Thursday night. I thought for sure they would have done that. I just thought the Rachel fans, nope, they didn't announce that you were going to see the jury house. If you want to get the Rachel fans checking the show out, you got to let them know when she's going to be on the show. And they didn't, and she was. So if you didn't watch Unlocked and you want to see Rachel over the top, celebrating her being the first in the jury house, which is what she did, and then her conversations with Will, you should check out Unlocked. James Gunn again was on it. He was selling it. He was laughing at the jokes. Zingbot is alive. They brought Zingbot on the show. Zingbot was not dead. Zingbot came back to life, and they brought Zingbot on the set and had Zingbot insult a bunch of people, insult everybody on the set multiple times. And they brought Brittany Hayes. She came out. So I saw something that she was flying and she was unavailable, and that's why they brought her on the show as a presenter for a silly awards of different things, like, I don't know, most embarrassing moment, best zing. Just, it was like a pretend award show. I think they call them the BBs. Yeah, maybe. Point is, so Brittany was on, Zingbot was on. There was one weird moment on the show, if any of you watched it, and I don't know why, and I didn't go back to look at it again, but at one point, when Zingbot walked onto the stage, there was a person, a crew member, I think it was a crew member, walking in front of Zingbot. And it was like, why? Why is that? Who is that person, and why are they walking in front of Zingbot? And then they were not seen. The next shot, they weren't on it. So it was like, I don't know what this was. Was the person helping the person in the Zingbot costume? I'm just not sure. So if you saw that, there's that. The yeah, the show was fine. It was fine. Oh, I know what was weird. James Gunn, I think, said his favorite comic was the Lauren comic. That was just, I don't know. I want to get him to recognize mine as being good. Because it was more appropriate for Lauren than Bayou Baddie. But whatever. That's what I got. That was the last episode of Unlocked. They showed a little bit of post-eviction drama for what that's worth. So there's that. They showed some stuff. I think it was, Taylor said, we'll show you things that you wouldn't get to see otherwise. They showed Kelly carrying dead bugs into the house and her whole $1,000 thing. What they implied, though, was that she carried in like 20 or 30 bugs. She said to Sharon's remote interview, to Sharon's question, or to someone, she talked about she only brought in 5 bugs, and 3 of them were bees. Dead. These are all dead. Like there were 3 dead bees in one place, and then 2 other dead bugs somewhere. So there's a total of 5 dead bugs in 3 different places. That's all. The graphic on Unlocked made it seem like she was depositing dead bugs all throughout the house. She wasn't. I realize most people don't care, and I realize that a lot of people don't like Kelly, but I do get a bit annoyed sometimes when the shade gets thrown hard, because some people out there are stupid, none of you, but some people are, and they take the stuff that is shown on the TV show as real and legit and accurate, and it's not. It's done for TV. They exaggerate things, and that's all I have to say about that. So there you go. That's what we got. Look, I got 12 minutes out of this. I still have another 13-minute drive, but I got nothing left to talk about. Well, you know what? No, we're going to fill this up with a little bit more. And right about now, my friend John's eyes are going like, yep, there he goes again. But hey, you guys have stayed with me through the entire season, and let's milk it out a little bit more and talk about other things in the reality world. Mostly Big Brother, a little bit Traitors. I've talked about some of this stuff in a little bit in the past, but some of you don't listen all the time, and so you may have missed it. Big Brother stuff. So Big Brother UK kicks off Sunday night, a week from tomorrow. So right when Big Brother US stops, Big Brother UK starts up. The difference is Big Brother UK is a 6-day-a-week show. It goes hard. But I don't know how long it's... Well, no, it's not a short one. Is it the... I think Australia is only going to be... One of them is only going to be 4 weeks. I think it's Australia. So let's wait for a second to talk about that. So Big Brother UK, I don't remember how many weeks it was last year, because this is the second edition of the rebooted Big Brother UK. Not as long as the original Big Brother UK, I don't think, but still quite long, and much more like the format of the standard Big Brother, the original OG format, where the house, the fans vote, and they do tasks and things like that, and it's definitely not for you hardcore game people. If you like the game aspect and all that kind of stuff, and the game theory of reality TV shows, this is not for you. This is, they're going to have to dress up as, dogs for the week, and bark and a couple of house guests get to be the owners, and they get dragged around the house like they're dogs on leashes. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying that's the kind of... They do silly stuff. They do silly stuff for shopping tasks so they can earn money to get their foods and their rations. Sound familiar? Yes, it sounds like Big Brother 1, which is how Big Brother 1 was. The difference is that the UK audience doesn't always vote out the most boring person. They vote out... They usually vote out the most boring person, and they leave the controversial person in. And sometimes they change up the voting so that it forces people to vote for the boring people and get them out. Anyways, I'll be watching it, but I watch it as a casual. I only watch the TV shows. I watch some of the after shows, but it's really 12 hours of content a week, because you've got an hour-long TV show and an hour-long after show. It's a lot. And it's hard to watch if you're not in the UK. Fortunately for some of you, I have recently helped make that possible with a way of sharing links. So you'd have to check me out on Blue Sky. You can email me too. Someone emailed me, I can't remember your name right now, about a Traders thing, and yes, I helped him find Traders. I think he found it because he didn't say, I can't find it. So I'm assuming a non-reply is a, thanks, I found it, or thanks for getting me to it. To watch Traders Ireland, which is the only current English-speaking season of Traders running. But we're not to Traders yet, but we kind of just talked about everything I wanted to say. Big Brother Australia is also coming back. We don't have a date for that yet. That is supposed to have live feeds actually streaming, whereas the UK version has very limited live streams, and I've never found much use to them because they block a lot. The Australia, I don't know if it's going to be limited live feeds or 24/7 live feeds. I'm not sure. And again, I'm not a live feed watcher for other versions of Big Brother. I wasn't for Canada either. I just have to have a mental break. I can't keep doing this stuff. And Big Brother Australia, I tried it years ago. I mean, 20 years ago or 18 years ago, 19, somewhere years ago, I tried watching Big Brother Australia with the live feeds, and it was just too much. I just can't. Too much for me to do. So I will be watching Big Brother Australia as a fan, but that will be, again, we don't know when the date is. All we know is that I think the auditions have closed. You can't apply for it anymore. And then finally, Traders. Traders, Ireland is running. We're 9 episodes in. I don't know. I never looked to see if it's 12 episodes, but it's at least 9, and it's not over yet, and there's still quite a few people left. So that is on. It runs Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It too has an hour show, roughly, a little bit less, and then a 25-minute after show. I have been providing a link to a site that has the episodes posted, usually within 12 to 24 hours of when it goes up. So, ballpark, not exact. So, if you don't know yet, you should check my Blue Sky timeline. If you don't want to do that, you can email me, ilovereality@gmail.com, and I will reply eventually with a link to tell you where to go to check out the Traders Ireland. It's a good show. It's had a lot of, it's a messy show. Been a very, very messy season, but I'm enjoying it. So that's what I have to say about that. And that would be it. Now we've made it 17 minutes. I am still 7 minutes from my destination, but I'm done talking. You got another week of me. A week from today will be the day before the finale. And yeah, we'll talk tomorrow maybe. Probably won't talk until Monday. But if something major happens, I'll let you know. Okay? Be well, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting. I appreciate you all. And we'll talk again very soon. See you later. Bye-bye.